K for Kolkata, K for night, and K for qualified is what is what KKR has done. Sir, I said it correctly or not? Thoda Bengali accent.
Your pronunciation is perfect.
Perfect. Well, so KKR have qualified. They're the third team to qualify in this year of the IPL, which means they join SRH and Chennai Super Kings in seeing us in the final week. One team still to qualify. Who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? We have no idea. We have no idea. We still have no idea with 2 games to go. But we'll talk about that in just a second. Right now, congratulations to KKR defeating Sunrisers Hyderabad in Hyderabad. Now, a lot of people said that that's not easy, but the SRH bowling, they'll be a little worried about that. KKR's batting really spot on today. Maybe half a hiccup in the end, but never a hiccup if Dinesh Karthik is there, because Dinesh Karthik Joy this year has decided that he is going to be there. He's going to be not out. He's going to take his team to victory, quite literally, as Michael once said, stay there to shake hands with the opposition in the end.
No, absolutely. I think he's done that. He's done that admirably. What KKR did very well, just take a look at that. And the number of not outs is what stands out. Also look at the number of matches they've won. Of the matches they've won, how many has he not been there? I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this.
Only one he's not been.
Only in one he's not been there at the end. I mean, that's an amazing record.
That was against RCB. Wo bhi, he made them win it and then win.
Correct.
Yeah, jita ke gaya.
It's literally, there were 2 or 3 runs left when he got out. Yeah. So he's been fantastic for them. And the big thing about it is the calmness that somehow that KKR unit has displayed. I mean, it's definitely somebody in the top like Sunil Narayan, who just plays and, you know, he has, you know,
there's a stat that our director, big KKR fan, has brought out, is that every time Sunil Narayan gets over 20 runs, right?
only once wins. The team has not
only won. Once he's not, but otherwise every time he gets more than 20 runs, the team wins. And that may seem like a, you know, bit of an absurd stat, but it's really not, because if you get a real quick fire 20 or anything above that, like he's done in these cases, look at the wins in which he's done that. The highlighted ones are the wins. And when you get that explosive start in the beginning, Zach, you set it up. You set it up so beautifully.
I think what Narayan managed to do is, if he's faced 10 deliveries, you know that, you know, he's got 20 runs.
Yeah.
You know, minimum.
Yeah.
I think today again he batted at a strike rate of 300. So that's what really sets the tone. I think, you know, for KKR they rely heavily now on that kind of a start, where, you know, first 6 overs you got off to a flyer. And then they have likes of Robin Uthappa. I think the big news today is Robin Uthappa scoring runs.
Yeah.
You know, so you have then Nitish Rana today. You know, that also another change which you saw today. He was dropped down the batting order. That's something new which they did. But I think it was a complete batting performance. I would say that KKR were a bit tentative on the field when they were fielding, but they've just covered it nicely when they were batting. I think against this bowling lineup of SRH, who's been so consistent, playing at their home ground, it's not easy. It's not easy to win a match like this, and they made it look so easy. At no stage while they were batting looked like they were in a spot of bother.
Yeah.
So that speaks volume. I think the concern for SRH now is last 3 games their bowling has looked off color.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
4 games their bowling has looked off color. So that's a bit of a concern. I think they're missing out on that sheer pace, you know, with which was provided by Stanley at the start of the season. Siddharth Kaul did well, but I think teams have started to figure a tactic against this SRH bowling attack. And if you look at the bowling figures also, you know, the standout is just Siddharth Kaul, who is bowling in that middle phase. But I think, you know, Sandeep Sharma will have to make way to someone else. You know, they'll have to, and probably this was the opportunity for them. You know, they could have tried someone else in this match, because it was relatively pressure-free match for them.
Yeah, but they've only been between like 6-7 bowlers. The only other bowler who's actually come in is in contention is Basil Thampi, who got hammered for 70 in his 4 overs the last game. They've not played anyone else. Joy, they do have 1 or 2.
I think they have Natarajan as well.
Natarajan.
Yeah, they have Natarajan and Khalil Ahmed. So they could have tried one of them, because qualifier 1 is going to be a big game. I think, you know, you don't want to throw someone in that kind of pressure playing the first game in the tournament. So, you know, from by that logic, you know, maybe today's game they could have used it to reassess their options going in the playoff, because when things don't go your way the way it happened for SRH today, now the pressure is going to be back on them. That what call are they going to take? Are they going to go in with Carlos Brathwaite, who is, according to me, cannot be bowling your last over of the game to defend any number of runs?
Yeah.
So are you going with that kind of approach, or are you going to get Alex Hales back in the playoff and pack your batting and say that, okay, fine, we might be little bowling light, but we'll still back our bowlers?
Also, I think this is the most open IPL, because if you see, your top two teams are slumping.
Yeah.
SRH has lost 3 in a row. Okay, look at Chennai. Chennai struggled against Delhi, the bottom-ranked team. They aren't looking great in the last 3-4 matches. They also have a negative record in the last 6-7 matches. And your teams were coming up. Mumbai is surging in Mumbai.
They've suddenly got
Kolkata has won 3 of the last 4. Kolkata
Yeah.
has won 3 after they came off a 100-run defeat. A 100-run defeat normally could break a team,
Yeah.
morale-wise. 100 runs is a lot of runs. And they've come back roaring. And that's fantastic, because that means this IPL is the most open IPL that you'll come across in a long, long time.
And SRH, of course, is going to be playing on a surface that is not particularly suited to their team. That's Mumbai. So they're playing their first qualifier in Mumbai against CSK. Another problem that they have is they've played 2 matches against CSK in the league and they lost both.
Yeah.
Right. So they've got enough stacked against them going into that playoff. But Joy, you think when a team like SRH, which has obviously got strong character, when they have everything stacked against them, maybe that's the day they just switch on completely.
Yeah, my only problem is the guys who are switching on are still the guys at the top.
Yeah.
And the big thing is they never had a middle order firing. And except for cameos, 1 or 2 here from Yusuf Pathan and all, the middle order has not fired. But what happens is that top orders and the bowlers have taken them through. The top order is still doing their job. The bowlers are not doing it. That's your basic issue. Your basic issue is your bowlers are not delivering results for you. And if they haven't delivered results in this pitch, which is tailor-made for them, they'll have to bowl out their skins in Bombay, because they're not very high on confidence right now. They're bowling.
It's going to be a problem for them. No problem for KKR though. So there you can see 3 teams have qualified. Now tomorrow, the 2 games will help us decide which team joins them. It can be one of these 3 teams, and I'll tell you what, at this point in time, I don't think you'd want to bet a button of any of your shirts on which team is going to make it, because you have absolutely no clue.
No, absolutely. And what had given the results, how they turned today. RCB at the stage when they were 75 for 1, I mean, at that stage, who would think that they'd collapse like the way they did?
Yeah.
And similarly, you look at it tomorrow, I mean, MI is having a story. Delhi has just beaten CSK. They've just beaten CSK. So, you can't count them out. They've nothing. Rishabh Pant comes and plays a blinder. Mumbai comes under pressure. God knows what will happen. Again, 4 o'clock game. Delhi, the weather, the pitch is undependable. Pressures on Mumbai.
But the good thing for Mumbai Indians, I think they just have to think of winning the game.
That's it.
I think, winning
no
a
other
game,
calculations.
Yeah. So there are no other calculations. You just go out there with a clear mind that you just go, play the game, win the game. As simple as that.
Play game, win
As
game.
simple as that is the operating.
Well, I mean,
But there's no
when it's a nice
complication of
AC
that.
studio,
There's no
that's how it is.
complication of that short leg.
Yeah,
that short leg that's standing, which is net run rate. There's no pressure of that. Oh, ye bhi khada hai yahan pe.
Now they know the wicket is flat. You have to go.
Go out.
Bat, get set, get your eye in.
And go for it. The good thing, of course, the best thing for KKR today, well, they've qualified, of course, but the better thing for them is that they actually, as Zach pointed out, were under no pressure during that chase, and that is a big plus going into the finals week, which is saying, boy, we can do this. We can do it against the top-ranked team. We're playing at home. We're playing an eliminator. We've got the pressure on us again, but we deliver under that pressure, which is what they've done today on a lot of fronts. So lots of ticks for them, including that tick in the qualifier box. So they're done. Well, the 2 games tomorrow will then decide for us who joins them. The first one that we're talking about, Delhi Daredevils playing the Mumbai Indians, that's at Firozshah Kotla in Delhi. And then, of course, the final game of the tournament, which is the Chennai Super Kings hosting Kings 11 Punjab, and this happens in Pune. Ordinarily, you would go, oh, hang on, CSK in Pune, it's very tough to beat them. But yesterday, as Joy said, Delhi Daredevils beat Chennai Super Kings, and Punjab's got to go into this game not thinking about the previous 6-7. They can't think about it. That's gone.
Punjab
this is
has
a
to go into
quarter-final, so to speak.
They have to go in like the Wild West. Not only do I have to win by 70, 80 runs, so I'm going to go all gun blazing. It doesn't matter if I lose by 70 runs. But I have to try and make that attempt to really disrupt things.
Yeah.
And they have the kind of players who can do it. Chris Gale on his day, KL Rahul 15, 13, 14 balls. I mean, these guys can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
this, of course, by the way, as a disclaimer, this can only be a quarterfinal if Mumbai loses today.
Mumbai wins,
That's the last game. Then it's a quarterfinal.
Because
if Mumbai wins, then it's pretty much a dead rubber, isn't it?
Yeah. If Mumbai wins, they have to some ridiculous amount.
Yeah. So Kings 11, even if they win, will have to do some. They have to win by ridiculous margins of like 150 or win it in like 2 overs or something like that. Basically,
Yeah, because to go past RR's net run rate, they have to,
MI's net run rate.
no,
Correct. No, to go.
RR's
Oh,
first.
RR's net run rate.
So provided Mumbai has lost,
If Mumbai loses, they
And
have to go over
they have-
RR's net run rate.
So-
put out the points table again. At midnight, this is very difficult for me to collate. So much data to collate. So okay. So
Yeah.
let's see if so that means they will still have to go from point -49
to point minus
to-
225, 0.24. They have
Yeah,
to make a
that's-
point.
they have
That's
they have
a-
a very uphill.
But that's
task.
also
that's what I'm saying. They have
that's
to win
also
by
60-70 run margin.
60-70
Yeah.
runs margin. It's
Yeah.
not a joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah, the only factor is the KL Rahul and Chris Gayle. They have to go really
And get them to 250.
berserk to get to 250, and
No,
then
why
win
can't
by-
they scored, they got
can, of
245
course.
against them, they can score 250
So
tomorrow.
what they've
Pune
got
mein
to
nahi
do
hoga.
tomorrow is they have to open. They've got to go open, score as many runs as possible and try and restrict. Because you see, chasing is difficult. If you've got to try and put 250 on the board, it's easier than trying to restrict somebody to 80 or something.
That Kings 11 camp
Yeah.
must be thinking about that RCB game,
Yeah.
Also.
because that's what the net run rate has really taken a toll after that game.
They would be looking
And,
at that game and said,
that's where they'll start with.
Yeah.
Then they'll move on to some other games where their middle order has not fired, and they've
Yeah.
kind of created winning scenarios, but didn't really close on games.
Yeah, 88 is obviously going to rankle for a long, long time. Let's quickly look at the squads from the previous games of each of these teams that are playing tomorrow and see whether there would be any change. Let's start with Kings 11. We've got Kings 11 team here. I really feel bad for you guys because this is a very difficult thing to call, right? Are they going to make any changes?
of course they're going to make changes.
course they
They're
will.
Kings 11. They're
What
going to make
the changes will be is the tough one to decode.
My sense is that Yuvraj Singh has, I think, played his last IPL match for the year, definitely. I sense what he did last year. I mean, I think it was dispiriting to him as a player, unless they suddenly turn around and say that let's give him one last shot at it and, raise his game to another level. But otherwise, I mean, if you say on form, he shouldn't be playing.
So you figure Karun or Mayank, one of them coming
100% Karun Nair, and Karun Nair hasn't had that. I mean, Mayank has flattered to deceive my Cinderella man.
Yeah.
Keeps coming and showing and then going away. But Karun is not done all that badly. I mean, I definitely would bring Karun back.
I think the fact that Karun Nair is not fitting in that playing 11 is also an issue.
Yeah.
You can't make a player of that caliber sit out. So you have to make way for him somehow or the other.
Yeah.
That's something which was missing, especially when the middle order was not firing. They were not getting consistently, and they backed Aaron Finch for that matter. So they could have backed Karun Nair for all the 14 games, I would say, because look at Manish Pandey. Manish Pandey is in the similar kind of situation. If you look at the head-to-head score tallies, I think that they both are pretty similar in this season. But SRH has backed Manish Pandey because they know the value of a player and how to boost someone's confidence. You have to show faith, and that's something which is not happened in Kings 11's cap. Depending on Mujibur Rahman's fitness, I think if he's fit to play, he will come in the side. Otherwise, I think I see Miller might get a game in place of Aaron Finch.
See, also my sense would be, because given what impossible tasks they have to do, look, if tomorrow Mumbai wins, okay, then they'll probably say that no, it doesn't really matter, because then the run rates become very, very difficult. That impossible, it goes to the impossible range.
Yeah.
If Mumbai lose, okay, I can see Kings 11 packing their side with batters and saying, let me take a chance. So you will go, okay, Gale, Rahul, Miller at 3, Finch at 4, everyone go and whack it. हारने से हारेंगे, whatever it is, even if they give it a good shot, for next season they'll. So one is, if they win the toss, you expect them to bat first, and put something.
That'll happen with them. Okay, great. Let's look at the CSK squad. Would they make any changes? Well, they have lost 2 of their last 3 matches, and that's really not one they want to lose tomorrow. They don't want to go into the playoffs thinking we've lost 3 of the last 4, right? Yeah. You don't want to do that. Would you make any changes to this? Doesn't look like he will.
The only change which is possible, depending on Imran Tahir's fitness.
Okay.
I think if he's fit, then MS will be closely looking at him, using him in the playoffs. So he would like to give him some game time, I think.
So does that mean
if that's a possibility.
Ngidi goes?
So they could, given the batting they have, they could drop Billings also and bring him in, because their batting is pretty deep.
Yeah.
And they could easily turn around and say that, okay, we can carry him, bat him lower down, take Billings out and put this one in.
But that then gives you almost
you'll
5 non-batting
4 bowlers. Harbhajan is batting at 7 then.
Yeah.
Harbhajan,
See, the concern-
batting at
So the concern which MS also has is Bravo not firing in the
Death overs.
death overs. You know, so that one area which he'll be experimenting just before the playoffs. You know, looking at his options, what different he can do in that phase of the game.
Okay. Should we look at the Delhi and Mumbai teams? We have them as well. Would you really? I mean, Delhi. Michael Vaughan also suggested the other day they should just pack their team with youngsters. Bring 11 Indian youngsters. They played with 3 overseas last time.
Yeah.
Maybe just send those back as well. Probably have to give per diems and dollars to them. So just keep 11 young Indian players. It's a job. It's a maze kar.
No, they're all tell Glenn Maxwell, now go and enjoy your friend's wedding. पूरा celebration खत्म नहीं हुआ था, वापस जाओ. Friend खेल रहा है although, but you know.
Why don't they play Colin Munro? I just think I don't know. Maybe I'm just a fan. I like the way Colin Munro bats.
The other person I'd love to see, frankly, is Manjot Kalra.
Yeah.
We saw a bit of him in the World Cup. He looks a really good player. Whatever reports come out of the Delhi camp, he's looked very good in practice as well. I'd like to see him go. I'd like to see somebody like Prithvi Shaw bat with a little less desperation. He batted really well. The last innings, it seemed as if he was going too early. He was going for everything, I think.
It seems like he's almost
shot
chasing
on a
200.
slower track.
Yeah. He can slow it down a bit.
That's the way he bats.
Yeah.
He's fearless. I think what's the one word which comes to my mind when I see him is he's fearless. He just wants to play his shots, and he's got that different technique which stays leg side of the ball and then just goes through the lines.
Academic question. What's the difference between fearless and careless? There's a very thin line that separates the both, isn't it?
It does, but there's not much of a difference.
No.
Says a man who's played many years with Virendra Sehwag, then looked on and said, "He कब मारता है, क्यों मारता है, किसी को समझ में नहीं आता."
I just asked a bowler to praise batsmen. That was not going to happen. He was not going to differentiate them. Same. Chalo aage. All right, let's have a look at the Mumbai Indians squad real quick. This is the team that has had its usual May upswing, as they do, and you really don't think they're going to make any change to this. Why?
No, now if it's all, remember, Eden Gardens, Wankhede, everything is going to happen there. So Delhi, you're going to play one game, but you've got to keep. They'll keep Pollard in now. He's got a 50, and now they're looking at playoff qualifiers. They'll keep Pollard out there. Keep a big hit. I cannot see this team changing, not for the next match, definitely. And now they've worked very hard to get it set. They're not going to change it now.
Yeah, not changing this team.
No changes.
No changes. Excellent. Well, that's all. That's all the discussion we have. But I know you're waiting for the joy factor. I know it's been a long day of cricket, and elections, and royal weddings, and
And a FA Cup final.
FA Cup final.
Nadal Djokovic.
Oh, I missed all this.
Yeah, lots going
That's
on.
because we were watching the cricket. And sometimes on our phones or on our laptops, we're also checking what was happening in the royal wedding. I'll say it, all right? It's fine. There's no embarrassment in that. I thought it was quite sweet.
You were there, you were watching for Priyanka Chopra's costume, weren't you? That's really what you were
You can
interested
see on Instagram and all. I actually wanted to see the walking down the aisle and Prince Charles and where have we gone?
Okay, sorry.
Where have we gone? I saw
Cricket
that.
show.
No, but I like the whole royal aspect of it, like the carriage and everything.
See, usually after IPL you have lots to catch because these 2 months, all you think about is cricket. You watch cricket, you think about cricket, you talk cricket. So yeah,
I of
2
course
months
am
of
going to be
catching
very
up.
distracted on finals weekend because of what Liverpool will be doing in Kiev with the Champions League final. That's the only distraction I allow myself, and about 10 minutes of the royal wedding today. But coming back to the joy factor real quick, here's the question, and then we shall tell you the answer and who's won the miniature red table.
Okay, so what unusual record was set in the opening match of the Titan Cup in 1996? It's yet to be equalled in Indian cricket. First up, confession, I was wrong. It was equalled again. In the same series, this thing happened twice. First in the first match and then once again. 6 people from the same Ranji team played for India. That's the last time that a majority of players for an Indian 11 have come from the same side. It was Karnataka. Those are the players. Sujit Somasundar, Rahul Dravid, Sunil Joshi, Anil Kumble, Venkatesh Prasad and Javagal Srinath. In those days, if you notice, the Indian bowling attack was almost completely from Karnataka, and Sujit and Rahul were also there. 2 times it happened during the series, and therefore I was technically wrong. And I have to tell you this, even despite my being wrong technically, still we got so many correct answers, you can't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, it was just on a technicality but people knew what exactly you were searching for. So when all the bowlers were from Karnataka at the time, then in the team, they all used to be there. So instead of doing a pitch report, did they do a flow test?
Well played.
Mic drop.
Well played.
Mic drop. Political humor reference. Okay, we had a lot of correct answers, but of course we're giving the red table away to the person, not this one, miniature one. Control yourself, guys. The miniature red table signed by everybody. It's a great souvenir, good keepsake. Goes to the person with the correct answer, and of course a nice little witty line. We got a video message from a gentleman who lives overseas, has won the red table before, and this time instead of sending a tweet with just text, he sent us a video message as his entry. I said we got to play this out. Let's play this out.
Hello Cricbuzz. Today I've decided to send in a video entry for the joy factor question. So the correct answer is, as you can see here, that there were 6 players from Karnataka in that ODI lineup against South Africa in the opening game of the Titan Cup. And as you can see, I've drawn the red table and I've included my answer within it. So why do I deserve to win the red table today? Well, for starters, I'm wearing a red t-shirt. And as you just saw, my great artistic skills. Plus, I think I've been a bit innovative and creative by sending in a video entry, which I don't think has been done before. So I think those are pretty good reasons for me to win the red table. Over to you guys.
That deserves some applause. Wow. That does. Well done, Kaustubh. That was Kaustubh who sent us that entry. I love that you drew the red table. That was all great. And you know what we thought? We thought about it. He's won one red table before, by the way. So he's obviously trying to hoard them.
Yeah.
Trying to
I think boss, ये demonetization type case.
Are you going to disappoint him by saying that you already got one red table? Now stick with that.
No. I'm going to make him happy by saying instead of giving you a prize, we played your video in front of millions of people. We made him famous. Now he can get tables of all colors, shapes and sizes all by his own because he's going to have hefty contracts. Kaustubh, congratulations. Very well done. But that was your prize. The fact that people could see you. The red table is going to somebody else. It is. I really want to play a video. That was well done. The person who's won the red table today, though, is Vadiraj Kanakagiri.
Yes.
I hope I said it right.
Kanakagiri, yeah.
So he has said that the red table is the craftiest of all. If the red sea is the saltiest of all seas, then red table is the craftiest of all tables. You are Gaurav Kapur. Agar gaur se dekhe, you are not going to be poor by giving away just one of these red marbles you have, but I'll be rich. Vadiraj, I want to tell you, it's a great tweet, but the problem is that I spell my surname Kapur, not OOR. So it's technically a wrong answer. Right?
But don't disappoint me. Table to दे दो यार.
Sir, नाम तो important होता है ना.
Touchy about his name.
नहीं मेरी ये क्या यार.
He's bringing in, don't bring in your emotions here.
यार emotion के बिना हम तो robots हैं.
You are still giving him the prize.
We are the robots. Without it, we are just the robots.
The robots and the bhallas.
That's right. We are the robots and the bhallas. No, but we will give it to you. Doesn't matter. I know you purposely misspelled my name because you wanted to get the joke in there. हिंदी में लिखते तो ठीक ही आ जाता, पर कोई बात नहीं, मैं सजेशन दे रहा हूँ, सिर्फ टेबल भी दे रहा हूँ सजेशन के साथ, तो ले लो. Congratulations to you. We're gonna sign that little piece of memorabilia and send it across to you, so we'll be in touch really soon for that. So thank you so much for taking part. Thank you to all of you for taking part. Thank you Kaustubh for that lovely video message. I hope you're happy that we played it out, and we'll send him one also. एक और भिजवा देंगे. अजीत is thinking Leeds का parcel cost कौन देगा? वो इंग्लैंड में रहता है.
Ajit never says no to you.
Ajit never says no to me. But today Ajit is saying no to all happiness, joy and life itself because RCB has lost. Ajit can't say yes to anything today. We'll ask him tomorrow. Okay, well that's all we have time for. I'm going to thank Joy Bhattacharjya. Thank you so much Zaheer Khan. Thank you gentlemen. Thank you for being here. We're going to see you later today, aren't we?
You love saying
Today
that.
it is.
Today it is.
He makes sure he reminds everyone of that.
Yes.
Why should I only be the one whose back is hurting? The last double header of the IPL. So we're going to be here at 3:30 tomorrow. All three of us are going to be here. So we'd hope that you join us as well on Cricbuzz Live. I'm Gaurav Kapur, and on behalf of our entire crew, I'd like to say good night. I'll see you tomorrow.